Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Julian with me. We've just beaten Wolves 2-1 here at the Emirates. Julian, 2-1 win. Arsenal sitting right now at the top of the league. A good performance from the boys, and I think a lot of people might have worried about, the 6-0 in the week. Can we replicate that form going into the Premier League this weekend? And we did. I think we looked fluid. What did you make of the game?
Yeah, for the first sort of 10-15 minutes, we looked terrific. Yeah. I thought we were going to get another 6-0. In fact, there was a question that Lee asked last week of when was the last time that Arsenal scored 5 in the first half. We were all wrapping our brains trying to think of it.
Did you get it right? Because you normally research these stats.
The answer was the obvious one, and especially as the fact that we were asked that question on the Invincibles. It was the first game of the 49.
Yeah, the Invincibles.
Yeah, it was against Southampton. I think Pennant scored 3 and Pires scored 2 in that first half, and then we went on to win it 6-1, I believe. Yeah. So we missed that. So I thought we were going to get the second 6
in a week.
Yeah, 6.
Very optimistic.
Well, but the way it started, the way it started should have been. And what was different about that Premiership game to every other one I've seen is our fast start, because it's the first time that we've scored in the first 15 minutes. And I think what was
scored in 5?
Yeah, what was the timing of the? I think it's 6 actually. But the timing of the second goal, I think, was around the 15-minute mark as well. But then what did we do? We kind of relaxed, and the whole game. And I had a different type of pleasure today. I've had so much pleasure in life and so much pleasure watching Arsenal. And today's pleasure.
You haven't got no hair. How have you had so much? When did that come out? When did it fall out? That must have been from lack of pleasure, surely.
No, I blame my father for that. So no, I've had stress as well. Yeah. We've all had stress.
We have.
But today wasn't stressful. Today was like a relaxed kind of enjoyment, and we were having a chat. We were watching a game, but we were enjoying it in a relaxed way. It wasn't the roller coaster that we've had most of the games this season.
Okay, but
relaxed.
Did you not have a slight inkling to what happened last season? Because I had this at half time. I was like, okay, 2-0, but I've seen Arsenal be 2-0, comfortable how we were today, and they kind of just take the foot off the gas, and then the team gets back into it, like we saw at West Ham and at Liverpool. I was a bit worried for that. Did you not have that at all? Was it complete relaxation from minute 1 all the way through to 96, 7? It actually ended up being 8. Really.
Yeah, it was complete relaxation up until 86, when it became, for about 10 minutes, complete and utter panic. Yeah. And I thought we'd thrown it away. And I got lured into this relaxed state of enjoying the game, thinking that Wolves weren't really threatening. It was a matter of time before we scored the 3rd, the 4th. Yeah. And the issue was not that I felt that way and the rest of the crowd felt that way, because I don't know what you thought, but the atmosphere today was kind of, again, it was relaxed. It was enjoyable. Yeah. We were appreciating the football without it being intense. And the issue that we had today was the players fell into that trap as well. And at 2-0, people talk about a 2-0 lead being a difficult lead. I think a 1-0 lead is more difficult.
But the other point could have been 1-0 if that's the case.
Yeah, but a 3-4-0 is better. And what we didn't do, and we weren't efficient today, is putting our chances away. Because you look at the amount of chances that we created, to the amount of shots on target, to the amount of goals we scored, we were wasteful. You look at what Wolves did, and they scored only one goal less than we did. And at the end, they could have equalised. It was that close, and it was blind panic. And that should be a lesson for Arsenal for the rest of the season. Just because you're at home against what we would consider to be a average, I'm not going to call them a poor, because they're an average Premiership team with some of their best players out. They were missing Neto, who's pretty crucial to them. They were missing their centre midfielder, what's his name? Lamina, who's been really crucial to them, and the left back, who I won't pretend to try and remember his name, but it was double-barrelled. Okay, that's very good. Yeah, so they were missing some crucial players, and the difference between their squad and ours is that we can cover missing 3 top players, because we've got 3 great players that can come in, and Wolves don't. And we fell into that trap of believing, just because of everything I've said, it was going to be easy, and it started to be easy. And once you start believing it's too easy, you relax. Any team in the Premier League can come back and score a goal. And once there's only one goal in it, anything can happen. And anything did happen. And imagine how we'd all feel if we'd come out and it had been a draw.
I'd be a disaster.
It would have been a disaster.
You mentioned about, the 6-0 and that was the invincible season. We're still currently unbeaten here at home. Now, you're very optimistic, but do you believe we can go unbeaten at home for the rest of the season?
We have played what I would think most people would consider to be the best team in the league other than us at home, which is Manchester City, and we've beaten them. We've played Tottenham, who I wouldn't consider to be one of the best teams, but in a local derby, things can happen.
And they were good at that time.
Yeah, they were good at that time, but then saying that, they've only won, I think, twice in about 27 years. So let's forget I said that, scrub that part. Yeah. So the only ones I've got to, and of course we've beaten Man United already, who can always get the result. The only teams I think we have to worry, Wolves proves that today, that if you go in with the wrong attitude and you start to relax, you can draw or lose to anyone. But we've played what I would consider to be some of the best teams already in the Premier League, and we're undefeated. The big one to come to town will be Liverpool. Yeah. So if we can beat Liverpool and we can keep our focus and keep our concentration and not become too arrogant, which is really important.
Yeah, okay.
Not for the fans, but for the team, because although the fans, have an effect, it's the players. We cannot relax on the pitch and let them let other teams that are inferior to us, and they are inferior because the table reflects that, get a result.
So will we go unbeaten at home this season, Julian? Yes or no?
Yes.